Face the camera. Oh my god, which one are you looking? Hi there. Welcome. So I've had this project in mind for a while now, but with spooky season fast approaching, I thought now is a good time to start because it's witch related. So I'll be recreating Toshiasan's fan art of Kiki from Kiki's delivery service, as you can see from the shirt and maybe the title of the video. In the art, it looks like Kiki's a little bit older. She has a white blouse on with some lace detail and like a cami on top of that in the color of the dress in the movie. And she has some high-waisted jeans on. She obviously has her iconic red bow. And it's super cute, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, I have to make that. So here I am making a video about it because why not? It's a time. So yeah, if you want to check out Toshiasan's post, it's an Instagram post, I'll link it below, and you should also check out the rest of her amazing work. Okay, without further ado, let's go do the thing that you're all here to watch me do. So I'm using Simplicity 8736 version C, which is the one right there. I thought it would be perfect for the blouse that Kiki has in Toshiasan's art. The pattern pieces themselves were pretty straightforward. I didn't really have any issues figuring out which pieces to cut out. So I first created a mock-up out of some muslin, so here I am tracing the pattern onto the fabric with my little friends assisting me. So now magically the fabric pieces are cut out, so I'm pinning that down and sewing it. If any of you were hoping for some sewing ASMR, I'm so sorry, but I was listening to some podcasts or had some Twitch streams in the background, so you just have my voice here and this lovely music. But now I know for next time. And here we have the mock-up. I did also make one sleeve and attach it just to make sure, but I was too lazy to do both of them. I mostly just needed to make sure on the fit, and it was nice to be able to practice the darts and all the gathering that this blouse needs. And here we begin the pressing. The fabric I will be using is a cotton voile that I got from Fabric Wholesale Direct. I think I got about 2 yards. So now that I'm ready to use the actual fabric, with the help of my friends again, I transferred the pattern onto it. So my fabric, I knew it had this weird blemish. I don't even know what it is, but I couldn't really figure out how to not use this part. So I thought it would be okay because this ends up being like interfaced and like folded, but it's like visible on both sides. So I tried to use different. I didn't know if it was like a stain, ink stain. It doesn't seem to be an ink stain because I use an ink stain remover. But I'm gonna see. I have some more fabric over there, so I'm gonna maybe just. Hopefully, I have enough fabric to cut another piece out of this back piece. Yeah, a little annoying, but I guess whatever. We'll do that next. And I did have enough fabric to cut out another back piece. Here I've gotten my bolt of interfacing out because this pattern called for a couple of pieces that need to be interfaced. There were some straight rectangular back pieces and for the collar and the cuffs.
So this blouse has some lace detailing in the front, and I think it kind of calls for like using the same one, but I got like a packet. So I'm trying to see if actually I like the difference between the two. Having these guys on the side and this guy in the middle. If not, I'm gonna do, so this is I'm not sure if that's like the right spacing, but you know, you kind of get it. It's 3 of the same. I mean, I like this as well. I kind of like how these two are different. My concern, I think, is that this one seems like fainter, daintier. They're like not as strong looking. Like you can kind of tell like this is like lighter. It's my concern. I did put a poll on Instagram to see what people thought. I really don't know. We'll figure it out.
And while I wait for the Instagram to help me figure it out, I moved on to marking where the darts had to be on the bodice. Why is drawing straight lines with the ruler just so satisfying to do and to watch? I will say sewing the darts is not as satisfying as drawing them because I'm always scared I'm going to miss the lines that I took the time to draw.
So Instagram has chosen that we do the different sides. So I have already gone ahead and drawn some lines with my disappearing ink. Thank God I got this new mat, so it's kind of easier to tell. I mean, I used my use a ruler to draw some lines down. So I've already pinned this middle piece down, lining up these middle little circles in the middle with the line in the middle to the middle line. And these guys are going to then line up to these lines. And I think they'll look good. I'm gonna sew this one down first.
So the sewing ASMR would have been great here, but I was listening to my friend play Phasmophobia, and I don't know if that would have been a great addition to the sewing sounds. So now that I had the middle one sewn in, I could pin the ones on the outside, and I had to make sure that they were lined up because I did originally start pinning them down, and like halfway through I realized I wasn't lining them up because, like, you know, they have the same pattern, so they should look the same, they should be symmetrical, but they weren't. But now they are, so it's all good.
Okay, I have attached the lace on. I decided I'm only gonna do the one side because, like, I think it will be okay because the tops will be sewn in and stuff. Anyways, I really like how this looks. That was only like step 2. There's so many more steps.
Side note, does anyone ever read the pattern like they are an old man opening up the morning paper? Because same. And here we have our friend the iron again. Hello, sir. This blouse truly needed a lot of pins for all the gathers that I had to make sure were put in their place.
I sped up the footage here a bit, so I feel like the sewing ASMR wouldn't have been as pleasant. I feel like it would have been pretty aggressive actually, and not pleasant at all, so you're welcome. Oh, do you know who is back? Yes, it is our friend, the iron. Anyways, what I'm doing is I'm finishing some of the seams I already have with a mock French seam. Why am I not doing a normal French seam, you may ask? It is because I didn't think that far ahead. So here is the right side of the blouse, and I've already finished this seam. I really like how it looks. This wasn't one of the seam types of like finishes it recommended. Like the pattern says to use like one of like, you know, like sheer, like the pinking shears, or like one of those, but I didn't really like those because this is so like such a sheer material. So I thought if it's gonna be visible from the outside, make it look nice, you know. The next bit of lace detail is on the collar portion, so I'm pinning that in. I needed a little gathering as well, and sewed it down. And in a moment you'll see our friend the iron again, as it helps me put the interfacing on the collar portions. Okay, so here is the, like, I guess this is under the collar. I sewed it together, and I was thinking about finishing this like I had the inside of the main part where I did like the mock French seam, but I think it looks like it won't be visible too much because interfacing makes it pretty thick. So I think I'm just gonna leave it. I have to sew this anyways, so yeah. I'm just gonna continue doing that then. I have sewed this down as the instructions have told me. Now I gotta have my shirt so far. I think it doesn't. I think I just pin. I think I pin. This is the back, and then you pin these right sides together at the top, and I think you sew it. You sew it down, and then I have to fold this back piece down and sew that down. I think that's what's happening, probably. It's a little confusing, but you know, we'll get through it. I guess I'm gonna pin this now. I did like how this ended up looking. I sewed it down without too much issue, even though, you know, curves can be an issue sometimes. So I've just put the blouse so far onto my dress form. Really liking it so far. Love all the little gathering details, like here. I think it's easier to see over here. like that. The lace detail. Yeah, very happy with it. I'm gonna be moving on to the sleeves now. Alright, so here is the sleeve sleeve pieces. This is the both of them. I have when I made the mock-up, I did make one mock-up. And they do get very big, and I don't know if floofy is the right word, but they're big sleeves. I'm excited. So I've done the gathering stitches on top, and then I sewed this up, and I will be doing some gathering stitches down here as well. But before I do that, I have to fold this part because it's like the cuff part, and then I might as well finish the seam here while I'm at it. So yes, that is my next step. Our friend the iron is back again to help me once again with those mock French seams. And here we have more ironing action, as I am now putting the interfacing on to the cuff portions. More straight line satisfaction. The lines were to help me figure out where to pin the lace detail for the cuffs. So I've basted the lace on. I did realize afterwards that I was supposed to do it on the pieces that were interfaced, but it'll be fine. It's probably fine. Alright, so I've sewed the lace in, and I turned it out and pressed. Didn't realize how uneven that is, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, okay, so now this is gonna go on the arm. Okay, I have attached the sleeves, and I'm pretty happy with that. I did try it on just to make sure it's fine, and I have some finishing touches to do. Gotta hem the bottom part, but more importantly, we gotta do the back. So this blouse is a little interesting in that it buttons up in the back. Yeah, we'll see. I did read some reviews about the pattern, and no one seemed to really complain about that. I thought it was a little weird, but you know, vintage patterns. I don't know. I don't know if they're vintage. Not worried about that not closing, because the neck on my form is kind of big. I don't know. It's like a man's neck. I don't know. And I completely skipped recording all of that, but yes, all of the buttons are on. The buttons on the cuff, on. Buttons in the back, on. Bottom hemmed. I hope you guys like my Moomin pants from Uniqlo. They're very comfortable. I will say having the buttons in the back is kind of a struggle, but it does make the front look pretty good. I am in love with these sleeves, let me tell you. They are sufficiently big and have the lace detail with the gathering at the ends. Ah, so good. And yes, the lace in the front, also excellent detail. I really love this blouse. Okay, so I've thrown this dress on top because I'm going to use it as a base for a pattern for the cami, although this is also a look. I'm basically going to be winging the cami, which is a complete 180 on how I did the blouse. The fabric of the dress is stretchy, and the fabric I got for the cami isn't, but I figured since the dress is kind of oversized, it should probably be fine. So I've laid out my dress here. I pinned onto myself how long I kind of wanted it to be, but I'll probably make it a little bit longer just in case.
And I'm about to show you what fabric I got, and it is actually pillowcases. I was originally going to make this project way earlier in the year, like a month or so after lockdown started, so I would have taken too long for my usual fabric store to ship me the fabric I wanted for the cami, but I could get these pillowcases in less than a week, so I went for it. So after pressing the pillowcases because they got a bit wrinkly in the bag that they were sitting in for a few months, I traced the dress pattern directly onto the fabric. This cami was pretty straightforward, but the fabric did fray a bit. I mean, it is just some cheap pillowcases, so I'm not too surprised there. But yeah, I wouldn't really recommend this, and I probably wouldn't do it again, but it worked out. But yeah, I did also end up doing the mock French seam on the cami as well because of the fraying, and I just didn't want it to shed everywhere. And I keep forgetting that an actual French seam is a thing. And here is the last scene with Sir Iron helping me make the straps for the cami. And here are the finishing touches with the red embroidery on the cami. Oh, and we can't forget my hair. I needed to dye it anyways, so here I am. Boom. And we are complete. Please enjoy some awkward shots of myself trying to figure out how to showcase this project in front of a camera. I even tried to recreate Toshiasan's image with my little Kiki doll. Alright. Oof. Hello. We're back. I finished. It's been a couple weeks since I started. Well, overall, I think I really like how I did my blouse. Really love the lace detail, everything. My only problem is maybe since the material is cotton voile, it does wrinkle quite a bit when you wash it. I did wash it because I had a bunch of fabric marker and chalk on it. I don't know if I will actually wear this cami. I mean, as you know, I made it out of pillowcase fabric, and it was made very quickly. I mean, it's fine. I don't like how it keeps coming out of the back of my pants, even though I took it in, so I should have maybe made it longer. But I don't know, whatever. I love the blouse, as I've mentioned. So the blouse I would definitely be wearing when we all can go out and wear things again. The pattern had a couple other versions of the blouse, so I might make more of those. I don't know if they would be in any kind of cosplay situation. Well, thanks everyone for watching. I'm really happy I actually got to the end of the video. Well, shooting wise, we'll see how the editing goes. I know that could be a process, but yeah, I hope to make more DIY / sewing videos, mostly sewing videos, but I have a couple ideas for some non-sewing because I am a crafty person and I like to do things, and I think it might be fun to record my process, but we'll see. I already have a bunch of ideas and really excited about them. There's not enough time in the world, I feel like, but also, what is time? If you like this video, I would much appreciate a subscribe so you will know when I make another one. Hopefully sometime soon. I don't know what soon is. Soon is relative. If you're curious to know what other stuff I've been up to, you can find some links to some other social medias in the description. I am Anjerari on most medias, or some version of that. But yeah, they are in the links below. Well, that's it from me and Gigi and Zeddy over here on the left. She doesn't do much, but yeah, thanks again for watching. Bye. Why don't you just speak for me? Like, hello. I wonder where I got Gigi. I mean, probably my mom bought him for me. I have no memory of how I obtained this cat. No idea. No idea. But he's always been here. This little ribbon.